Welcome back, guys. Welcome back to Gardening in the Bird. Your girl's back. We just had to battle a light little hurricane. I was trying to get my fall beds together and get them rolling. But I'm going to give y'all a very quick update on where we're at. My Texas sage is coming up nicely. If y'all can go back to the last video, it was just stems and it's coming back. This bed right here was all my ground crops. My radishes is over here. Then my turnips is coming along here. Then I have beets, which as you can tell, I don't have many beets. They're small because they're red. I don't have many beets coming up. My carrots is coming along. So what I did was I put these going all the way across, and then as you can tell, the ones on this side, here's my radishes, and then I can see some of my turnips, but my beets nor my carrots came up on this side. My leeks are coming up. So what I'm going to do is replant. I'm going to replant the turnips and the beets and the carrots right here, because I can get 2 crops in. So that'll be ready to harvest, and then once I get that, then this side will be ready to take off. I also stuck some red cabbage in here, and they're doing good. I got 2 of them. They're doing good. My rose is doing good. My onions are slowly coming up. It's taking them a while, but they're coming up. My jalapeno peppers are coming up. My basil is doing good. As y'all could tell, the marigolds are just taking off. My tomato plants died. Here's one right here. But then you can see the new growth on top. So I'm really hoping they come on through for me. I have 3 different kinds. This is the better bush. I'm really hoping they come through for me. Basil is not a cool weather herb. It actually bulks and dies. So I have started harvesting some of my Pasco basil. I mean, she's still looking good, but as you can tell, she's flowering. So what I went and did, just real quick, what I went and did was I took a cutting of her and I put it in water, and you can see some of the roots. Can you see some of her roots? My camera want to act crazy. You can see some of the roots forming. When I get roots on that, I'm then going to repot it in my kitchen, because then it will last throughout the winter time in my kitchen, and I can still use the herbs. And then come next summer, I will replant that and I get another tree. But I'm not going to break her down. As long as she can handle it and she's surviving, I'm not gonna kill her. But as you can tell, she's hanging on. I think that and my scarecrow is the only damage, praise God, that me and my family got due to this hurricane. So here's my cinnamon basil. I'm going to do the same thing, but it's doing good right now, so I'm going to leave it. My salad, I just watered, y'all. Salad lettuce. My Swiss chard is doing good. I'm going to try that. I'm going to get a couple of pieces and saute it, and I just want to try, because I never had Swiss chard before. That's why I only planted 1 plant, because I never had Swiss chard before. Here's another lettuce. Right here, what is this, Sandy? This is another type of lettuce. I'm willing to try that. These are bush beans. You might can see some. There they go. I got quite a few, and you can see the flowers. Where you see flowers at, there will be fruit at. This is my girl holding us down. She's been holding us down. I'm going to plant more beans in here just so I can just constantly have them throughout the summer. My ginger is going to slow down because it likes heat. So it's going to slow down for the winter, but it's not going to die. So I'm just going to hold off on the watering and it'll do good. I have celery coming along here. What I got? 2, 4, 6, 7 celeries. That's coming along here. I have cilantro right there. Jalapeno peppers. Chili peppers. Here go my okra. I'm holding on to. I want those. I have so much okra. I want these to turn brown so I can get the seeds for next year. Because I have way too much okra already in the freezer. I'm going to cut these collard greens down. And I might put some broccoli or something right here. But I'm going to cut these collard greens down. I have a basil coming over here. Now this was a tomato. And it looked like this. Then it grew like 2 or 3 leaves. And then now it's back to this. But we're going to leave it. It's supposed to be a black cherry. I'm going to leave it. I also threw some onion. Yellow onions seeds in here. And as you can tell, they're coming up. I have garlic, onion seeds, and nasturtiums, which is an eatable flower, coming in here. Over here you will see my sunflowers. They're coming up. I don't see none of them, look like none of them got damaged by the storm, so that's good. This side of the bed, remember, I'm putting onions in here. So what I have noticed is I planted onions here before and they didn't come up. And I think it's because the soil is too deep that it can't push up against the roots. I mean, it can't push up against the dirt because the soil be too heavy. So I came and repotted 2 different type of onions, bulb onions. These will be bulb onions, the white and the yellow. I planted 2 different types, and when they get a little stronger, just a little stronger, I'm gonna go ahead and repot them over here in this space, because onions normally take 100 plus, 185 plus days to harvest, so I don't have to worry about climbing over here in this bed. But that's what's gonna go there. My lemon thyme, which smells beautiful. I'm steady trying to figure out how to cook with it, but okay. Then right here I have broccoli and I have cabbage. Now I planted a whole bunch of broccoli and cabbage all through here. I just went crazy with the seeds because I didn't know what was going to grow and what wasn't. So as you can tell, some of them is coming up. Some of them look like something eating it. I got to figure out what that is. But look, I got a couple of broccolis forming right here. And I got a couple of cabbages. But near as much as seeds that I had planted. I planted way more seeds than this, y'all. There go another purple cabbage. So I'm not upset at all. I'm going to wait till these get a little bigger to see which one holds off. Then I can go ahead, and if I have to go to a local nursery and buy starter plants, I can fill in my spots because I want this bed to be as full as possible with food. There's a broccoli there. She was dying, but now it looks like she's coming back. And then I have my Brussels sprout right there. And then that's a curly kale coming up. And these things right here is garlic. I try to put, that's onions. The garlic are the fatter stems. The onions are the smaller stems. I try to put those in here to help with pests and stuff. I try to be organic as possible. I have one little dill. I plant like 4 seeds, and that one little dill is the only thing that's coming up. But I'm also going to plant dill in the kitchen. I have dill seeds left over. We have a pineapple stage just going good. You see my purple cabbage, again, onions. What are these? Onions, chives, more broccoli. My broccoli is doing good. My cabbage showing out, but my broccoli is doing good. His britches fell down during the storm, but he all right with it. This is a sage, which she doing good. Let's see, can I crawl over here? I told y'all, these marigolds, you only need to buy that one. I know at my nursery it's like $1.68. I promise you, just buy one and it's gonna take off. I replanted this because it was over there where that one little one that right there, it took off that whole walkway section where we couldn't get to the backyard. So I pulled it and put it here, and it done got even bigger than what it was. So okay, my dinosaur kale is coming along. I never had dinosaur kale. I can't wait to try that. That go use some more broccoli. That goes some broccoli. This is not dinosaur kale. It's another curly kale, but it's not a dinosaur kale. That's broccoli, and that's a red cabbage. So I got red cabbage, red broccoli. I think I got 3 different types of cabbages and 4 different types of broccoli. And like I said, once everything start getting bigger and I can see, okay, that one's going to survive, that one's going to make it, then I start dropping starter plants in here, which will also help me keep having food throughout the winter time. I didn't want to plant everything at one time, then I have to harvest everything at one time. So some things I planted for seed, like over here, as you can tell, it's just taking a little longer to come up. But over here, I got them when they're real small starter plants at the nursery. So I'll be able to harvest these, and then these will be coming along with no problem. And then including the ones I will drop in the middle to fill in the slots around here. This is my collard greens. What I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I got 6 collard greens. I just watered. I just did a quick water. I haven't watered since Wednesday, so it was pretty dry here. I caught myself trying to mulch a little. Here's my cherry. She's doing good. No more fruit. My daughter ate all the fruit off her, but she's doing good. I have onion scallions, and sweet potatoes, and a lettuce. This is another lettuce. This is a different type of lettuce. I got to see which lettuce that is. Again, this is the same thing. It's just my peppers. And by the looks of it, I see one of my tomato plants right here done fell over. So I'm gonna have to get something to hold that up, because she done fell over. And then I showed y'all the cilantro. How many of y'all like cilantro? I tried cilantro. I don't like cilantro. It's hot. I don't want to know if I should be using the right word, hot, but I don't like cilantro at all. So that's another one I'm glad that I only planted one plant of, because I don't like cilantro. Over here is my beans. That's a nasturtium, an eatable flower. These right here are my peas coming in. Peas are a cool weather crop. They're coming in. I have a whole bunch of them too, y'all. Like I said, I'm not very good at planting them from seed in little trays. I really just come out here and just throw them all in the ground, and I will thin them out need be when the time comes. But sometimes it just works out on my best interest, because some of them don't make it, and then I still have some that did. So it just works out for me to garden that way. There go some nasturtiums back there. They're very beautiful, colorful flowers. So that'll put a little bit more color in the back of this bed. I then gonna come back and plant more snap beans and stuff. Some of these are my snap beans. I let stay on there for a long time because I'm gonna harvest these so I can have beans for next year. I'm trying my hardest not to have to buy beans for next year if I can help it. So we've been eating these beans throughout the summertime. I got black eyed peas, string beans, long beans, cow beans. I got another one over here. I got the sign right here for y'all, but so I'm gonna replant some more and hope that my beans still do me justice for the winter time. It's getting dark, so I'm gonna try to speed this up. I have not yet figured out what I'm putting here. So I do got a little debris left, but y'all, I do not know what I want to put here. It does get a lot of sun on this wall, and it's going to be winter time, so it's still going to get light. It could take some light, but this is also where my kids play basketball at, and it hits this area. So I need something that's just going to bounce back once they hit it and not snap and die. So this is honesty. I had honesty in my living room behind my fish tank, and I got grow lights up there, but for some reason one side of her was taking off beautifully. The other side was just dead. Like her leaves just kept falling. They wouldn't stay up. They wouldn't, no matter how much I turn it to give it just one side, like she was just paralyzed on one side. So I decided to bring her here, cut her very low. I cut her down very low to just stem, and I planted her here, and look. Nice, look. Nice, pretty leaves. Look. So I'm gonna leave her alone because she's taking off right where she at. I'm gonna come and pull up these weeds. I did not have this much weeds, y'all, until after this storm. Now I got weeds everywhere. Here go my poinsettia I got for a Christmas gift at work, and you can tell it's a pink one. But look, it's pink flowers. I mean, not pink flowers, but the leaves are turning pink. And it's gonna get cold, so she might take off for me. She might give me some flowers. This go around as well. I had carrots here. What does that sign say? I had carrots, I had beets, and I had radishes. And it looks like only my beets survived. I don't see any carrots anymore, nor do I see any radishes. But like I said, I plant all over the place, so I'm not upset. We gon' eat. This is my time for me to harvest this, because when I can't see the sun, it's time to harvest. These just weeds, y'all. Here it is. Lemongrass. So it's time for me to harvest that. Lemongrass, I was told you could use the leaves for teas, and it's very healthy for you. But the main benefit of it is the roots, and it's these stalks right here. That's the main benefit of it. So I might take a couple of them and let them dry out in the house and do something with them. But during the winter time is where you trim this back. You trim it back real low because it go dormant during the winter time. So trim it back real low, and it'll pop right back up for you next year. Those are my mummies, and they're actually out, y'all. My mummies are actually bloomed and they're out. I'm gonna let these be. Then when they die back, I'm gonna deadhead them which that's just cutting the flowers off of them, and then they'll come back. Those are perennials, so that's why I chose those. Those are not annuals where I have to pull it out the ground and replant every year. These flower at least twice out the year. I think it's summer and fall is when they flower here in zone 9B. So even the greenery of it looks nice. So even if the flower's not on it, it's the greenery that still looks nice, and I'm okay with that. We're coming up on my dragon fruit. This is the yellow dragon fruit. And I have 1, 2, what I got? 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 4 of these babies. Now I will definitely give y'all the update on the dragon fruit, because I'm not quite sure what's going to happen, but I was told it's best to plant multiple together, because one, they don't fight for space, but one plant might give you fruit and the other one won't, or 2 might give you fruit and the other one won't. It's just the more you plant, the better chance you have to get some type of fruit. If all of it fruit, then yippee, but I didn't want to just plant one and then don't get no fruit. So this is my dragon fruit yellow. I do apologize. 2 of them is dragon fruit yellow. 2 of them is dragon fruit, the red. That's what it is. So I put 2 and 2, and they're going to come up together. My pineapple is doing good. My banana was so small. I had like 3 leaves on it, y'all, and I thought I had made a mistake and planted it too deep in the ground, because when I put it in the ground, the only thing you seen was the leaves, and now it's about 12, maybe 15 inches up from the ground. Once her leaves, the old leaves die back, I put it up underneath of it to cover it up as mulch. I heard that bananas need a lot of food, so I cover it up as mulch. It works perfectly. So I don't really have to fertilize my banana tree at all. My orange tree, my daughter said one of them she seen looked like it was turning yellow. I don't know, I think it's just her imagination. She wanted to be ripe so bad so she could eat it. But it does have a couple of caterpillar bites on it, which I seen them and I left them alone. They don't recommend you leave caterpillars on your plants, because they can eat. I was told they can eat a whole plant and leave you with nothing. But to me, I didn't see much damage, and I only seen like 1 or 2 of them. I really didn't see a whole lot of damage to be plucking them off, so I just left them alone. And you can see I had they ate quite a bit, but like I said, it didn't damage my oranges. It didn't kill the tree. I left them alone. My lemon tree, she was starting to turn yellow. I figured that I wasn't fertilizing her enough. Here in zone 9B, they pulled fertilizer off the shelf. As of yesterday, we just got it back on the shelf. So I went and bought some bone meal and some worm castings, and I dug a little around the roots, pulled it in there, and then I watered her very heavy. So I'm gonna see if that's what she was missing. I also did that to my orange tree as well. Maybe it's just the fertilizer that they needed, that they were missing. I was putting cinnamons, which is my daughter rabbit poop, around it from time to time, but I know that's like a pebblet, so it takes a while to break down in the soil. So that could be why it didn't look like it was working, but okay, we got it fixed now. Let's hope it take off. My basils during the storm, they turning a little yellow, so I also put bone meal in this bed, heavy. They smell good though, but as you can tell, some of them was turning yellow. Some of them, when I brush off, it fall. So I was like, oh, let me save you, hurry up, let me save you, because I grew these from seed, so I can't let you die that fast. What is this? This is a pepper. I don't know. Italian pepper. I don't see any flowers or anything on it. It has also been eaten up, but I see new growth as well. And the leaves are not falling off, so it's in good shape. Again, there go my basil. She still got new babies coming up top. She's just a little rough around the edges, which could have been from the extra water from the little storm we had. Who knows? This one right here is candy cane. This is a pepper, a hot pepper. And look, how about that? Y'all see that? Oh, there go another one. So I got some peppers coming. I see some flowers and some buds. I got some peppers coming, y'all. Candy cane peppers. My daughter gonna like them. I had planted some turnips and beets in this bed, and it looks like they're trying. They're not dead. They're still green. So I'm gonna leave them alone. See what they do. I had a real bad habit of anything that didn't look like it was gonna make it, pull it, and I stopped doing that. And it's working out in my favor because it does come back. It just takes time. So, but it does come back, so I'm gonna leave it alone. This is my garlic. Remember the whole garlic bed. Now, when it was raining during the storm, I came out here, and I don't know if you can see it in this video, but it has like a little slope. It does. But when it was raining, for some reason, just this middle area had like a little puddle of water sitting in it. Not a big one, just a little puddle. And I also see that that's where I don't got a lot of garlic coming up at. I don't know if they drowned, it was too much water, it stunted, or I just need to give it some time and it'll bounce back up. But for one, it's in the middle of the bed, so I'm not going to go research it, because I don't want to disturb the garlic that I do have around this bed. So my basil over there is doing good, and my garlic is taking off for me. This is a bed I don't know what to do with, y'all. I planted a whole bunch of flower seeds because I wanted it to be a flower bed, and it still haven't did nothing for me. So I don't think I want to put something along this gate now. I did at first. I was trying to figure out, like, can I stick a flower on each one of these poles? But then I was like, I'll put rocks going down it. But I have some very good grass. It needs to be cut now, but I have been treating my grass, grass seed. I have been treating it. Like, if you ever had like patches and stuff in your grass and you're wondering where it come from, it's like a worm or something that goes and eats your grass roots and can leave patches in your yard. But I have been treating my yard, and it is looking so much better, y'all. Especially when my husband come out here and mow the lawn. I got some nice healthy grass, so I don't want to destroy it now. That's one of the reasons why I wanted to put some there, because it didn't look good, but it's coming back and it's growing, and I don't want to destroy it. So I think I'm just going to have my husband keep a clean cut, and we just going to leave that alone. I'm loving it. Like you can see here, certain patches. But if you would have seen it before, I had nothing but dirt. This was nothing but dirt. I was telling my husband, like, This isn't gonna happen because I can't have all this dirt tracking into my house. But I treated it because I didn't know what it was that was killing it. So I treated it. I didn't know what was going on. And then I put grass seed. And since I'm already out here watering my garden, I just go ahead and I water my lawn. And it's coming back alive. I don't like the weeds, but it's coming back alive. I don't have a green thumb on squash, zucchini, or cucumbers. Here's a cucumber again. One cucumber grew on this thing, and that's it. Nothing else is growing. I don't know what else to do. I'm leaving it because I normally will pull it and throw it away, but I'm leaving it. And I'm going to see what it does. But my squash, my zucchini, and my cucumbers, I get like one fruit off of a plant, and that's it. My carrots is coming along. I'm loving that. It's going to be a whole pot of carrots. And then I have some on the other end. I think that's it, you guys. It is getting dark where I'm at. Did I miss anything? There's another Texas sage. That is a herb. Texas sage is a herb, so that's why I have them in both places. She's coming along, as you could tell, which I'm so proud of. I get scared when I pull something, because every time I pull it to put it somewhere else, it dies completely. I don't care how careful I am with it. I don't care how fast I hurry up and put it back in the ground somewhere. It completely dies, dead to stems, and then it bounces back up. My marigolds are just beautiful. They're just taking off. They really is. I really want this bed to be full of beans. Like, I think I'm going to take the trellis off that I did right here, and I'm going to invest in a real trellis. Because, as you can tell, when the beans start growing, they get heavy, it pulls my trellis down that I have right here. So, I'm going to go ahead and invest in a real trellis to hold that up. This pot right here is mixed with a little everything, y'all. When I say a little everything, it is beets, onions, nasturtiums, turnips. It's everything in here. But I got it right above this little shed kind of thing on my house. So when it rained, it poured directly in that. I didn't put this up or push it back a little or put it up underneath something. So I think it got way too much water.